James, what's your favourite font?
My favourite font? I've been using, Comic Sans. But I'm not that
Comical.
much of a... Well, I'm not that much of a jokester anymore.
No, you're not.
That's a lie. But I'm more of a Calibri body.
Okay.
11 and a half.
It's like you're like
my
your power
size.
moving Microsoft Word.
Absolutely.
You make it work. I'll make you do half. I'll just make you do a
just a
half
little
size
bit.
font.
I wonder if I could make it 0.8.
Yeah, you're right.
Do you reckon I can make it 0.8?
What do you think my favourite font is?
I'm going with you're an old school man. I reckon Times New Roman.
I'm not that basic.
Oh, okay. All right.
I'm an
Fair
Arial
enough.
Black man.
Arial Black. Okay.
Because
okay.
once you go black, you never go back.
Wait, are you a bold man?
I'm an italic
Bold.
man.
Oh, okay.
I don't mind a lean.
You like a little bit of a
curve.
slight curvature?
Welcome to the Jobs to Knowledge podcast.
Woo!
We're back again pretty regularly, James, every week.
Yes.
We're pretty good.
It's all that high fiber we've been eating.
Yeah. It's a good way to get your roughage.
Absolutely.
Actually. Yeah, it's really good. My bowel movements are consistent. James, how are yours?
Regular.
Yeah, fantastic. So we do know less waffle at the start of the episodes now, James.
Yes.
What are we learning about? Let's dive straight in.
Well, it's about time this came up.
I've seen a twinkle in your eye today, and I'm worried about what this one's going to be.
It's about time this came up. Now, a disclaimer for people listening. This is going to get really dark.
I didn't get that permission slip signed
This
by my
is
mum.
going to get really messy.
Are we going to get cancelled?
No,
Oh, yay.
but some people are going to learn some shiznit.
Well, that's why they come here.
Absolutely.
Hit me.
I'm going to just give you the title. Crazy ancient torture devices
Oh, no.
and methods.
No.
It's been a long time coming.
If anyone has seen the clip I posted on the Instagram of me cringing when James described how Olga, is it Olga?
Yes.
Olga?
Yes.
The Ukrainian or the Russian girl who invaded the Ukraine. Yeah, that freaked me out. So I'm going to squirm a bit in this
You're going to squirm.
You did this on purpose.
Yeah, I did. And it's been a long time coming and I'm excited. So
I cringe so hard at some of these, because my brain goes and puts me in the scenario and I get real.
So everybody strap in.
Oh,
Josh,
yep.
are you ready?
Yes.
So before Truth and Dare,
Yes.
right, and even an injected serum was the best way to extract information. Torture was a popular way of getting people to reveal certain information.
I've seen Casino Royale with
confess
the
to
old
crimes.
nutcracker scene. That was a bad one.
Yeah, no.
Ooh.
That's a horrible one.
Yeah. Never have wicker. That's my lesson.
Don't buy a wicker
Don't buy
chair.
wicker anything.
Anything at all. But while impaling or crucifying people and laying them on torture racks was pretty common in history,
Yeah.
there have been some methods that are pretty screwed up and simply reading about them make you shudder. But seriously, if you're easily rattled,
Me?
be aware this is not for the faint-hearted.
I'm faint-hearted.
Okay, here we go.
All right.
So take a deep breath. All right.
James, when do I let it out?
Now, the Judas cradle.
Oh, I hate it already.
So you'd place the waist harness attached to ropes around the victim and then slowly lower them onto a pyramid-shaped seat
Oh, my God.
with a pointy top,
Oh, my God.
which would go into the nether regions.
Oh, my God.
So
Oh,
you're
no.
already kind of, yeah.
Why?
Well,
I know why, but it's interesting to be I wonder how these meetings went down because they had to. Everything has been created at some point, and I use this example all the time.
Yeah.
What made someone go, "That's a cat"? Because it doesn't go cat, it goes
absolutely.
meow. So
Yes.
why isn't it a meow?
correct.
So what made someone go, "That's a cat"? So in these meetings, was there a board meeting of how do we hurt people real bad?
I feel like there might have been.
And what kind of person goes, let's spread their legs and shove a pyramid up their ass?
Yeah. Look, you've got to be pretty messed up. This is probably why a lot of, executioners were masked and hooded
Yeah.
and cloaked
Cloaked.
to basically, hide themselves from the public.
Yeah, because these people stand there with their like
These people,
leather face mask on, just
yeah.
looking like a bad man.
Oh,
and
absolutely.
underneath the mask, they're probably like,
Yeah.
"Oh my god, I can't watch."
But
But the mask makes them look cool.
I think so.
I need a mask.
What do you do? I think you might. Especially after this.
Oh, well, I need it now because I'm very uncomfortable already.
I haven't even finished. So, as I'm sure you can already guess,
Yes.
the downward pressure caused by the victim's body, so it was all weight pressure,
Yeah.
the muscles around
Oh.
would eventually tear and impale the victim. It was also called the night watch because when the pressure is applied to certain parts of the body, the person couldn't fall asleep.
Oh my god. Well, of course you couldn't because you're getting a pyramid.
Pyramid in some
enema.
certain areas.
Oh my god.
I'm starting strong, and they're only going to get worse from here. Have you ever watched the TV series Vikings at all?
No, currently saved on Netflix to watch.
Kendra, have you ever watched Vikings? No? Okay, for those that have, you might already know this one.
I'm not going to watch it now.
The Blood Eagle.
What? Oh, I'm trying to think what that could be.
So,
That was my nickname in high school.
the Blood Eagle?
Yes.
I don't know if you want this to be your nickname.
Oh, this is why they called me that. Okay, I thought
So-
it was just cool.
The accuracy of this particular torture is a little hazy,
Mhm.
but most places I was able to find a pretty good description.
Okay.
So this particular method, like I said, of torture and execution, so it's not just torture,
Death.
is, like I said, shrouded in a bit of mystery.
Mm.
But the blood eagle is mentioned in a lot of Norse literature. As the torturer and executioner would cut open the back of the victim and expose their lungs by twisting the ribs outwards to make them look like wings.
Oh my god.
That's crazy, right?
Oh my god.
So think about somebody cutting down. Oh, apparently Hannibal did it as well. Ooh, interesting.
Oh.
So think about cutting down your spine,
Yeah.
exposing the rib cage,
cage.
so you could see into the body from the back.
Yeah.
They would then break the ribs
Oh.
and flip them outwards to create wings, and then they would take the lungs and fold them out on top of them. So they just basically made wings out of
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Why? What?
excruciating
Yeah, I
pain
know, but
and
like-
death.
Do you reckon if you threw them off a cliff, they could float to the bottom? That's how those suits that people wear were invented as the originals.
Yeah.
Oh my god! You know those suits that people jump out of planes with now, and they're like gliding down the
Yeah,
mountains.
that's basically what I'm thinking. Now,
a little bit more PC these days.
these days, absolutely. But these are one of those things that I found a lot of information regarding to people that have been awake the whole time, which is usually the case, but the whole
How can
time.
you be awake the
not
whole
even
time?
not even fainting through
While
pain.
they're cutting and breaking
Yeah.
your ribs.
Yeah. Yeah.
What do you
It's a
want me
lot.
to say?
It's a lot.
I'm not going to interject with much banter this
No.
episode, James, because
I'm just this is look, I think you'll find some of these other ones pretty funny.
okay.
Like the Swedish Drink.
All right.
All right, so the Swedish Drink, also called the Swedish Drink.
Oh, Swedish Drink.
Yep.
Yeah.
So this was the name given by German victims of the torture during the 30 Years' War.
Okay.
So that was
World War
between
II?
No, so this was between 1618
Oh,
and
okay. I was gonna
1648. Yes.
Interesting.
So the Swedish soldiers and mercenaries wouldn't receive any pay for fighting for their lords, right? Instead, they were told they could loot and plunder the regions they marched through, so making it pretty shitty for the other combatants and stuff.
Okay.
By the way, speaking of shit,
Don't look at me like that. There's a little sparkle in his eye.
this particular method involved forcing a victim to drink dangerous amounts of manure, urine, and excretion. thus making the stomach bloat up and to painful levels.
Oh my God.
But that wasn't all, for most people didn't answer the interrogation's questions. They'd stomp on their tummies and run horses over them.
Well, after they ate and drank all...
Yeah. So imagine like you're really bloated.
Yeah, I know.
After like...
Burger.
A burger.
Big burger.
Double quarter pounder with, you put your chips inside there as well. And you got a thick shake. Like a nice chocolate thick shake.
24 pack of nuggies.
Yep. And then while you're feeling that bloated, and you know what, you actually, I'm going to get more nuggets.
It's like you've been drinking
I'm going to get nuggets. Well,
yeah.
at Hungry Jack's, they go up for refills all the time. Yeah, so you get more refills and things like that. And then you're lying down and I decide to drop a table on your gut.
Your insides couldn't cope.
No.
But this is it. Like,
this was the whole idea of the
I'm
episode.
So shook
it was
by all
just
this.
Shock, horror episode. I felt like it was ready and we were ready to do this.
Why did people like get off on just violence?
I don't know.
Because we talked about this in the last few episodes as well, which is like people just froth violence back then, and it's like, let's watch this human being that I don't know.
Snuff films. They were around for years.
I know, but like, I know at different time. I get it.
Well,
And I guess once again, no Netflix,
No.
no Stan,
No.
no Paramount Plus,
No parents' codes and guides to,
no mini clip.
no mini clips.
You remember mini clip?
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah. No Counter-Strike or GoldenEye on the school computer servers that we can all tap into.
Just ridiculous, gratuitous violence for the masses.
I want to know how they come
They
up
come up with the stuff. The next one's actually quite interesting, and it's nowhere near as violent. All right, so I'll give you a bit of giving you a break.
Thanks, mate.
White torture.
Oh,
yeah, a little bit.
Oh,
It sounds controversial.
It does sound controversial.
But you know how we all feel pretty...
Just putting us out in the sun for a long time, burning to death?
No, you know how we hate it when people give us the silent treatment?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. So now expand that to ridiculous scales of this is white torture. So the victim is then kept for long periods of time in solitary confinement. In a white room without windows. Their clothes are all white. They're given white food on white plates, and the guards outside wear very soft footwear to muffle their walking around. Basically, the idea is to give massive sensory deprivation in these isolation tanks to the victim. Right? So think, you know how we have like white noise?
Yes.
So this is complete and utter silence.
Just dead silence.
Dead silence. Now, there was a bloke named Abraham Nabvi, which is an Iranian, old Nabs. An Iranian journalist.
Can we call him Nab Dog?
Yeah, we can. So Nab Dog was an Iranian journalist.
I like it. It makes it easier to listen to these things.
It really
too.
does. Yeah, absolutely.
I think we should have a little bit of fun to each.
I reckon we could do that.
Yeah,
we can do that. So
I won't sleep tonight.
he was unfortunately subject to this torture of silence.
Nab Dog.
The sound of silence. Sound of silence.
With arms wide open.
Close, but actually, do you know the sound of silence? Simon and Garfunkel?
Yeah, I think, yes.
Have you heard Disturbed's version?
I think that's where I've heard it.
Mate, it is a phenomenal version. Like, Disturbed. You know the sound. Yeah. You know his voice.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
The guy with the weird
yeah, the guy with the big piercing.
Yeah.
Bald guy. Forget his name. But Disturbed dude.
Yep.
Mr.
Disturbed.
Mr. Disturbed.
Worst comic ever.
But his version was fantastic. It gives me goosebumps every time.
Okay.
Now, the Iranian journalist, Nabdog, actually was quoted saying, and again, I quote, "Since I left, I have not been able to sleep without sleeping pills. This is terrible. The loneliness never leaves you long after you are, in quotations, free. Every door is closed on you. This is why we call it white torture. They get what they want without having to hit you. They know enough about you to control the information you get. So this is just already...
Why white?
They are stopping
why the
it
colour white?
because it's white actually... Because it's such a... Well, without... It's a loud colour.
Oh, sorry, James. My apologies. Shade.
Yeah, well, yeah, no, fair enough. It is a very... Well, it's shady. It's a shady thing.
Can the real Slim Shady please stand up?
We did, but you wouldn't see him because he's that white. Is this gonna be the name of the episode?
Yes. Yes.
White torture, and it's just Eminem.
Yeah. Well, yeah. That'll get us more clicks.
It would actually.
We'll put Eminem in the title.
So basically, because everything is so there's so much color without there being a color, because white is a shade, but it's so intense and there's no sound. So your mind
sensory
plays
deprivation.
tricks. Correct.
Yeah.
Correct. So it's pretty crazy.
Ooh. Yeah, because I've seen things like, there's YouTubers that have gone into like dead silent rooms with all the soundproofing, and they've sort of started to go, but you get in your own head. And
you do, and that's half
it's
the
kind of like the Chinese water torture.
Yeah.
Yeah, where they drip cold water on your forehead slowly, and you just sort of descend into chaos.
Yeah, and it's incredibly very smart. And I didn't put that one in here because I wanted to get ones that people may not have heard of, like the breast ripper.
That's what we started to call you.
Pretty, handsy guy. It's pretty self-explanatory.
Doesn't mind a
cheese.
With consent. He's a taken man, ladies.
I have a piece of paper that people sign beforehand
A waiver?
at the door. Before
sign this affidavit.
They get a lawyer, I get a lawyer. It's pretty formal stuff.
It's email exchange first.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We do a Zoom call first.
Zoom interview.
Oh, jeez. So this is in the 16th century in Bavaria.
Do I need a cover letter to apply?
You might.
Okay, I'll
might.
get on it. Can we hurry this up then so I can get my
absolutely.
cover letter sorted?
Absolutely. So the chances you've actually used one of these before, because they were actually they're calipers. So if you've ever used calipers before, these were just a very large, grippy looking pair of calipers, and that's exactly what you think it is. They basically lock on and you would just pull. But then there's the pair of anguish.
Oh.
Now the pair of anguish was basically think of the microphone you're holding. Now insert it to something and start turning a little knob on the bottom that would slowly open the end up.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
No.
No? No?
Nope.
Well, what about bamboo torture?
Like a dynabolt.
Yeah, like a dynabolt. What about bamboo torture?
Yeah, okay. You'd
So,
see bamboo with
very
pandas.
similar. Well, very similar to the Judas.
The pandas beat me to death with sticks of bamboo and multiple varieties of Kung Fu.
It's actually very similar to the Judas cradle, except what they would do is they would lower you onto a bamboo seedling, because bamboo actually grows quite quickly.
Oh, no. Oh, God.
This is a horticulturalist's nightmare. The sapling would then tear through the body and journey through the victim. I feel more sorry for the bamboo, to be honest. And
How quickly does it grow?
That's a good question, but it is very
Kendra,
quick.
can we get a fact check on how quickly the bamboo
Bamboo
can grow?
grows. It's a very quick process. So is that
Quick as in days?
Yeah, we're talking within a
So
within
they,
a week.
strap people down for
Within a week, it would probably be getting very close.
That's
a meter per day.
meter per day.
Full length in 2 to 3 months.
Well, a meter's all you. That's if you're sitting down.
Yeah. I told you this was going to be a heavy one.
What do they do after that? Just take these human kebabs and...
I'm pretty sure there's not much you can do after that. You just leave them for the pandas.
Do pandas eat meat?
No, but they'll get to the bamboo. They'll get to the bamboo somehow.
You seem to know a lot about pandas.
I never know more about grass.
More about grass. We made that joke.
We did, and you know what? I'm making it again.
It's been about 15 episodes.
Yeah, exactly. So it's been long enough.
Yeah.
I've got one more ridiculous one that's probably going to make you shudder, but then I've got a good one to end on.
All right.
One to make you laugh a little bit.
Yes.
Scaphism.
Mm.
Have you ever heard of scaphism before?
I think that's the cult that really liked Mark Scaife as a driver in the V8 supercars.
Jeez, if it did, this is an interesting one.
This is what they do in their fan club meet and greets.
Oh God.
This is what Mark Scaife fans did in the locker room after he won the Bathurst 5,000 or whatever it is.
All right,
1,000. I don't know.
Are you ready then?
I watched the F1, not the V8s.
Are you ready?
No.
Because if that's what you think it is, the Greeks described this as a Persian method of torture and execution. They were stripped naked and then firmly fastened to basically a canoe.
Okay.
And then they were force-fed to drink milk and honey to the point of severe diarrhea. And then
what a waste of a canoe.
Because they were then left in a very flat water, tepid water, where a lot of bugs would probably reside.
Oh, no.
And they were constantly fed milk and honey.
So the bugs would
then live
in them.
In the boat with them in their their leavings. They would then start to eat the people.
Oh my God.
Because there was obviously nothing else left there. So they would start eating the people, and the people were then still leaving stuff in the boat.
I wonder how long.
Weeks.
Weeks,
even months. There was actually one young fella in 401 BC survived 17 days before dying.
You just want to die quick, though.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I can't. It's
you
so...
You just want it over, wouldn't you?
There's two sides to this where it's like, it's so creative, you know?
Yeah.
But it's horrific. Like, incredibly creative, but
ridiculous.
incredibly
Absolutely.
horrific. So I don't know whether to clap or cry.
I didn't leave. I left the worst till second last. Because
is this the second last?
This is the last one.
But you said you left the worst to
no, that was the worst.
Okay.
And I left it to second last.
So lighthearted.
Tickle torture. Oh, it sounds fun. It sounds light. It sounds... Yeah, not all torture methods needed to be, gory and all this sort of stuff. Yeah. Okay, but in medieval China...
So this is the one that you'd play with the kids.
Yeah, absolutely. No, you would. You would. Because, if they're
family-friendly activity.
Correct. If they're acting the fool, you're like, whoa, now listen here, little Brendan.
B+? No.
So medieval China, especially during the reign of the Han Dynasty, you'd have to torture someone for interrogation and things like that, as you would, without actually leaving any scars, because you didn't want people finding out. Okay, this used to be common occurrence when the victim belonged to the royal family or influential family. The variations of this was actually in Roman camps, which involved dipping the victim's feet in salt solution and having a goat lick the bottom of the feet. So this would start out as normal tickling, but then the pain would follow, would actually be quite extreme because their feet were so dry.
Ew.
And they were just so licked to nothing. Then more salt was rubbed in the wounds.
Oh, no.
And the torture would continue.
Can I do my best goat impression?
Yes.
Count me down.
3, 2, 1. I actually pet some goats over the weekend.
This is weird.
This is weird. They have some weird eyes, I have to admit. Have you seen goats' eyes?
Absolutely. My friend Dylan...
They're the wrong way.
This is actually a funny story. My friend Dylan used to have a goat.
Yes, right.
Right? And he lived in... Yeah, don't ask.
Okay.
This is Tassie.
Yeah, fair.
So he lived in a place called Bridgenorth in Tasmania.
Righto.
Right? Which Bridgenorth is up quite high.
Sure.
And on those minus nights, like -3 overnight and that sort of stuff, it would freeze.
Right.
So one night, and I was sleeping over at his house.
Sure.
his goat. They didn't. I think they might have left the goat out or something like that. But the goat froze to death.
What?
And they checked the goat in the morning, and it was solid, like just a solid block of
Solid.
ice goat.
Like it was solid.
It was solid.
Solid.
Yeah.
That's I'm speechless.
His goat froze. It's. I'm laughing because you have to laugh.
I mean, I thought you
goat.
were kidding.
The door's there, mate. You can go.
It's my house.
Just go.
Oh, okay.
I'll take the mortgage payments.
Yeah, I'm all right.
Ooh. Okay. Delete that, Kendra. Delete that.
I don't know whether
I
all
don't want
the...
any evidence.
Yeah,
I
well...
don't want any evidence of that.
I was going to say, I don't know whether my joke was the worst torture or what I've been reading this evening.
So the goat foot fetish, James, please carry on. They just licked
it clean, and then they would...
But what point do they know
rub...
to stop? Because, like, obviously your wounds would be so scabby and broken.
They would just keep going until such time as you told them what they wanted to know.
What do they put salt water to make the goat lick it?
Yeah. They'd put salt, and because, salt lick.
Yeah,
and goats like that, they would just continuously lick the bottom of the feet.
Mm. Yeah, okay. Well, look, that is much more lighthearted.
Yeah.
And I enjoyed that one.
No, thank you. The other ones? Anything that you want to give a go?
No,
No.
except the bamboo one. No, I'm joking. Well,
I'm glad we finally did this one. I kind of wanted it. I wanted it in here at some point.
Yeah. I bet you are happy with yourself.
Very.
Because
I was smiling.
I don't like this stuff. Because you saw me in the last podcast and you know what I'm like.
Yep. I showed Kendra the topic before we started. So I'm glad we finally did it. I'm hoping I get some cringes from listeners.
I guarantee the clips this week are just going to be cuts of my face.
Yeah.
Just being in shock.
It's usually my face that with like just...
Yeah, because you look at your head. Got him.
Yep.
Top that, mate. Roasted.
Oh. But fair enough. There we go.
Yeah, no, it's fair.
There it is.
Yeah. Well, thanks.
You're very welcome.
Thanks.
You are so welcome.
Thank you, I guess.
You guess?
I guess.
Mm.
And I apologise for my goat story about the goat freezing to death.
For anybody that works for Peter,
come at me.
I mean, nature.
What do the kids say? Don't at me.
Oh, jeez.
Is that still a thing?
I don't know. You're asking the wrong age group over here.
Kendra, are you a millennial youth?
I'm a millennial elder.
I don't know what I am.
Middle ground.
That's probably where everything's going wrong in my life.
Yeah, well, there it is.
Well, thank you, James.
You're welcome, as
for
always.
a very educational episode. Hopefully the listeners liked that one too. I'm going to go and take a cold shower.
It's pretty warm in here.
Not because of that.
Oh, fair.
And we will see everyone next week. Yeah, I feel weird.
Tip your waitress.
No, it's Australia. Don't do that.
Oh.
I mean, say thank you and be very polite.
Absolutely.
But
and try and stack all the plates up
GST is
before you go.
included in the price.
It's true, actually. We've done it well.
Yes, metric system.
Great.
Ones and zeros, baby. That's what it's all about. Let's not get complicated. It's not
No.
Things freeze at 44 degrees.
Oh,
that's so stupid.
Fahrenheit.
Never heard of it.
Thanks, everybody. I hope you enjoyed this evening's podcast.
Yep. James is going to sign us off in the language of torture. How do you say goodbye in this pyramid's going up my butt?
Tell me what I want to know.
No, the pyramid's going up your butt.
Oh.
That's not what you'd be doing.
You sure?
See ya.
Bye.